world, and welcome to the latest Pendragon poetry. I'm wearing the same gear as last time because that's in the same place, which is Stoneweed Hill. That's Stowe down there. That is the road to Lauder. That's the road to Galashiels, and that's the road over there to Edinburgh. And that up there is Cynghanned Fort. Trust me, they have the circumvallated rings going around it. It's still there. Anyway, so this was on the foremost border of Gododdin. Big defensive situation, protecting the Gododdin borders. So after which the battle of, here, as I was reading the last poem, the Gododdin was kind of victorious. Urian was with them, and then they marched south to the main action. So that's where I'm going to resume the poem. But before I do that, I'd just like to go on a little bit about Cynghanned, which is the bardic technique of writing verse, which Aneurin was a master of, and all the best Welsh poets were. Basically, it's got stress, alliteration, assonance, and internal rhymes all sort of dancing about every line. And the more you can infuse a line with, the better the poet you are. And I invested a lot of time trying to get as much Cynghanned in my own version of Y Gododdin. For example, I'll just give you a few examples. A bear in battle and a stone in stress. A bear and a stone in stress. There's a caesura in between, which is rather like the alliteration of the Old English poets. But the Welsh poets take it to another level completely. But another line like that. The foam of flagons quaffed on quiet nights. It's beautiful. 10,000 seek 300's overthrow. 10,000 seek 300's overthrow. Or 10,000 seek 300's overthrow. Stuff like that. You're getting it, aren't you? Here's another one from the later canto. Like quaffing liquor mead in laughter's midst. Quaffing liquor mead in laughter's midst. You can hear it kicking off. So that's the beauty of Cynghanned. And in the slaughter, no quarter required. So you've got slaughter and quarter, and then qua and required. It's beautiful stuff. So as you hear the rest of the poem, you can take a listen to everything, and you'll be able to hear the Cynghanned. Where's my dog? Daisy, don't go to... Oh, hello, darling. Right, here we go. Canto 3, the Catreth. That way. This is the cataclysm of Catreth. So many souls in sorrow sigh its song. A kingless country and a smoking land. The clan of old King Cole did savage reave, long biers of streaming blood. What wretched fate awaits in miserable necessity. Kivilk the tall and Tudvilk's doom decreed. Together they had sunk the torch-lit mead, though pleasant then, its taste detested now. Come rise as one, Gododdin's golden sons, go flow to Catreth, go with eager speed, and there encounter how affects ye mead, when bloody blades shall scatter between teams of knights illustrious, and at thy front ardent Athenian, his name's fame known. A bear in battle and a stone in stress, across the border roars a famous man. Talk blushing in the flush of well-earned wine, a century of stainless men retained. O noble-natured knight from distant heights, yon Bannock's hoary peak, Lord Cian's single son, of whom the bards Gododdin none compare in ardency, when musing on live you. From Loth's rock through Loth's lands to Liddesdale, Gododdin by the course of Ragnar go, whose hands directed the splendid slaughter and clutched the branch of Caris long before it shattered in the storm of the season. From overseas roared tempests, vessels tore, whose full man-nourished navy sailed the waves, fetching successful warriors to war. The wild hosts of Hybelion and the host of Maidelion, more animals than men, from deep Dindiwid marched, but shattered soon, some battered shield neath conflict's evil hooves, broken afore war's vacuums fill the van. Men moved to Catreth, marching with the morn, the foam of flagons quaffed on quiet nights, their prophesied success would falsely prove. Mission ambitious, men must maim and slay. rushed standards, blazing wondrously to war, from Idins fought no forts like this air flowed, to scatter battle horsemen formed abroad. 6. Men went to Cadreth, company and keen, whose drunken mead would soon sick poison prove. 300 caught the cataclysmic storm, when sportive celebration silenced cries, and though stood at the altar penitent, inevitable death confronted them. 'Tis important noble retinues to raise, whose sword shafts falcon thirst shall satisfy, and other birds of prey foodstuffs prepare. Of those who marched on Cadreth, golden chained, under the sovereign rod of Minidoch, no better Britain marched on their behalf than Cynghanned to Gododdin from afar. What waves of woe have burst across the world, then mirrored in the mead which blue horns fill. He wears the purple robes, and foes defies, compraised till Vilk, garbed in a stern aspect, whose banners fly with colours of good wine. In jollity, men gathered for Gododdin, almighty force approaching certain doom, swords in silent slaughter, slay in shortest order, carved stillnesses pillared by mighty laws of life. 10. Those men had marched on Cadreth neath the sun, whose fearsome foes must pierce their perfect peace. 10,000 seek 300's overthrow, where crimson chrismed under lances dancing, what gallant manful warports fearless held by Minidog Minfor and his poor men. 11. The men had gone to Cadreth with the dawn. Those left behind regret their absent charms, ensnared by a lustrous mead of luscious gold, then baned by year of song and minstrelsy, with swords running redder than the thickest plumes, long blades line wide helms cloven in quarters, comes the onslaught of Minidig Minfor. With spirit seized by easy drunken mead, a multitude moved across the border, their goal the preservation of the law, acting to higher call. Accordingly, Tudvilk and Kidvilk carved breaches in cares, disastrous proves the feast of Minidoch, for Catrice throng I cherish long revenge. For blades of steel, for mead, for vehemence, and for our fetters, those assembled arms war forces form. 'Tis right to kill angles with anger, 'tis right to crush those who are crushing. So there you go. The Gododdin have basically got pissed for a year, feasting in Edinburgh, and they are about to go to war. And an irony is ruining the fact that the Gododdin were drunk. I mean, they're not that pissed, but alcohol eventually sort of softens the edge of your sharp sword, let's say, muffles the mind. You know, so basically, that's one of the elements that contributed to the great defeat at Cadreth, which we will now be going to next. So don't forget to donate to me and Daisy. You know, you'll get to hear more of this Dark Age poetry if you do. We're going to do it anyway, but we could do it from like a helicopter, so we can buzz about. You've been a wonderful audience. Catch you later.